Welcome to another shark review. So, the shark movie we're looking at today is Sharktopus, the first one. What happens when you take a shark and you take an octopus and you just put them together? That's what this movie explores. So, Sharktopus. So, the plot of this movie is that basically the military has created a hybrid of a shark and an octopus for military use, like to take down drug cartels or something. If you can think of a generic weapon that the military creates to use against crime or terrorists, this is pretty much it. They control it, however, on a test, the control device actually falls off the weapon, so it gets free. Well, it's going around killing everyone and running amok, and the government people are trying to pursue it. They're trying to get it back to use. Now, why you would combine a shark and an octopus as a weapon is beyond me, but I gotta say the story was pretty generic here. I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible. At least it was funny. It really pans out exactly how you would expect it and doesn't actually do anything special at all. It's not awful, but it's just whatever. That's pretty much it. I mean, it plays out how you would expect it to play out. In terms of how much Sharktopus is on the screen, it's actually got a decent amount of screen time. Sharktopus has a lot of quick kills, like we're talking under 30 seconds here. It'll show up, kill someone, and be gone. So there is that. But there is a few scenes where he is in it quite a bit, where he's in it for more than like 30 seconds and you can see him go around killing people and really just not giving a care in the world. And it's pretty good, actually. However, there are some parts I feel there is just not enough shark. There's just too much talking, the pacing is just too slow. A few parts near the beginning of the movie, I really wanted to see some more of Sharktopus, like for more than 5 seconds. It could have been better, and I feel that some of the kills didn't need to be so spaced out. I mean, it was decent enough. It wasn't great, but it was still pretty good. When it comes to the kills themselves, I actually thought they were pretty good in this movie. Because it is a hybrid, it mixes eating people with tentacles. Like tentacles impaling and killing people, which I really enjoy. I'm not going to come out and say these are the most creative kills I've ever seen, but they were definitely out of the ordinary, that's for sure. My favorite type of attack in this movie is where the shark basically just climbs up the beach, and I just gotta say this is one of the better times I've seen a shark climb up the beach. It just climbs up the beach and starts killing everyone. Seeing the shark just mow people down with the tentacles will just never not be funny, honestly. I will say some of the underwater kills that show up in the movie are pretty lame. I will admit not all of them work great. A couple of them I really like in this movie because there's literally no build up at all. Like in one scene someone's just bungee jumping and they're like just going up and down, you know, like how bungee jumping works, and bam, no build up, nothing, bam, shark just kills him, chomp. And I really do appreciate when that happens. I quite like the coming out of nowhere. It's nice. Unfortunately, the animation of it is not that great. I gotta say, even for 2010, this does not look good. Like, it doesn't look absolutely atrocious, but it's getting pretty close, and it's aged even worse. It just does not look very good at all. There's bad, and then there's really bad. And this is really bad, getting on just awful. I gotta say, it's not awful, but it's not very good. I mean, you can look at it, and you can tell it's just not very good. At least the kills are funny. I have to say, though, when it comes to acting in this movie, the acting is just pretty bad all around. I mean, obviously I'm not expecting some Hollywood-level stuff, but I gotta say, it's just not very good at all from anybody. The dad in this movie is like the leader of the government organization, and he's a famous actor, I can tell you that. But what he's from, I don't know. But I actually recognized him. Everyone else was just totally unknown, and it shows because they're just not very good at all. I gotta say, I feel I could almost do as good as some of the people in this movie. Like, some people were just not even trying in this movie. Some acting was a little better than others, but overall, I gotta say it was pretty mediocre all around. But, I mean, at least they sold the shark kills pretty good. Overall, I have to say that Sharktopus is alright. It's not great, it's not even really that good, but it's a decent shark flick. It has some issues with it. It has some times where you go, why am I watching this? And where is the shark? What does this have to do with the shark? Topus.
and the amount of time Sharktopus shows up in the beginning is a bit lacking. But overall, the amount of time he shows up is good. It has enough kills that makes it not horrible. The pacing does drag the movie down quite a bit though, and there's just too much talking at the beginning, like I said. The whole purpose of one of the main characters, also the reporter, just makes no sense after watching the whole movie. Like, her entire role is just completely pointless. I have no idea why she's here. But the movie has decent enough shark kills with some pretty bad CGI, but the movie is pretty funny, and I found myself laughing a number of times, and that is able to save it from being otherwise pretty bad. With all that said, I'm gonna have to give this one 3 out of 5. It's not great, it's not even really that good, but it's a decent enough shark flick. You could do a lot better, but you could do so much worse, like a lot worse. It's got some good kills, some pretty bad acting, but hey, this would actually spawn a whole series, the Sharktopus series. So I'll see you guys on that next shark movie.